Hi, this is Jacqueline here with the Grow program. Thank you for growing with me on today. Here we are gathered together in God. And in God, I wish you all love, peace, and soul on this soul train. You just heard the freedom train. Honey, we rolling on to genuine equality and righteousness shall flow like a mighty stream. I'm here to do my daily do in God, to do my daily work in the Lord. And when I hear that freedom train roll by, honey, just give me the motivation. It gives me the push, the inspiration. There go the freedom train. It's time to get it rolling on. It's time to get on board, love overboard on the love train. It's time to tell your people it's time to grow. Look here. Did you think? Did you really think? Did you really sit there and think that God didn't have a plan, honey? Did you think that God wasn't going to pick up man and woman, boy and girl all around the world and have a plan? Sow love, here we grow. That's it. Sow love, here we grow. Just sow love as you grow. Just sow love all around you. Greatness reached over oppression through wisdom. No matter what you're growing through, you are better than what you're growing through. You are better than your circumstances. You are better than your environment. It's all in your mind. Whatever you're trying to break free from, just go ahead and break free from it. Just go ahead and say, yes, I can, because by the Spirit of God, yes, you can. See, there was a young man who was so poor that they told him wasn't going to be nothing. You ain't going to amount to anything. But through determination of hard work, he became president of the United States. You know, his father was from Africa, an immigrant to this country, and against all obstacles, against everything, against being poor, against oppression, he rose. He rose and lifted other people around him. He rose and pulled great mountains up around him. No matter what you think about his policies, I don't agree with everything about him either. But the one thing that he did do, he told you, yes, we can. Yes, you can. So there you can do it too. If I did it, you can do it. That's what he's telling you. Yes, you can. Yes, we can. Yes, you can. Yes, you can in God. He stood there and he told you, can't do it all, honey. Can't do it all. See, he did it the right way. He did it the honorable way. He could have went in there and undid checks and balances, did executive orders. He could have overrid the Republicans, did all kind of things. But, that backbiting, you see what they doing now. So he just told the line, honey. He did it the way he could do it and did what he could do. So there it is. Maybe you felt he could do more. You felt he could do less. You felt he shouldn't have done that. He shouldn't have went there. Shouldn't have said that. What about the tan suit? What about how he looked that day? He shouldn't have cried. Shouldn't have looked. Shouldn't have did that. But see, he one man under God. And that's who he is. One man under God. You say this and say that about him. That's a man of God. That's a child of God right there. Look at him. Look at his family. Look at his life. Look how God has carried him. Ain't none of us perfect. Who among you can cast a stone? Who among you lives in a glass house? Who among you? I'm just saying. Whatever, however way it go, because it don't make no difference. Ain't nobody better than nobody. We rise to reach our own greatness in God. So what are you doing? What is your legacy? While you sit up and talking, you could be doing. We can be moving. We can make a move. We can sow a seed right there. Let's just not just talk on the situation, because as we talking on it, we manifesting more problems on it. We speaking death on it. We need to speak life. Speak life, what God has given us. Speak life in the situation all around us. Speak life over you and your circumstances and your family too. I'm telling you. Now I'm telling you too. He know, that I need quiet, that I need peace, He out there doing all that giggling and gaggling, and he know what time it is. And I just told him, to keep it down. But see, that's how kids do. That's how they do. That's okay. I got something for him, honey. I'll deal with him. So you may hear him giggling and cackling in the background. He in there laughing and playing with the game, playing on his little tablet. But it's a wonderful sound to hear them laughing. To hear children laughing and playing. That's the sound that we love to listen to. We run off and go play while mama and auntie, sat up there. I got a tickle in my throat. I always get one every blue moon. But I work through it. I keep on pushing. Hallelujah. Keep on pushing. Keep on moving through. Keep on pressing. Keep on towards the mark of the high calling of God. You got to see right there. Keep on pressing toward the light. The light is right there. You see the light? Just keep on moving towards the light of God. Because that's the love, honey. That's the love of God. God got the love for you. You got to trust the process. You got to trust in God. Do you trust God? You trust God with the money? Well, trust God with your life, honey. Trust God because God got a beautiful plan for you. God knows what God gonna do for you. God already knows. Be inspired. Be inspired by this one beautiful thing that God has given you, and that's life. Be inspired by life to be a legend, to live a legacy, to rise, to reach your greatness, and bring others up around you. Can you just imagine having a sweet sauna of love all around you? Can you just imagine how we all can get the breakthrough? Just being just one by one, touching and making a difference all around the world. Change begins with us. That's how we start change. That's how we begin to maneuver change. That's how we make change. You have to be the change. If you want change, you got to be the change. You got change. You got some spare change. Do you have some spare change to change the world? Do you have some spare change to invest in some customer service? See, there's one thing that happened to me today. I went inside the store, and I went to go buy something, and I'm standing in the line, and nobody came to the checkout. So I didn't know which checkout to go. This one had a sign, so don't go here. This say closed, so I go over here this checkout. And I'm waiting and looking around. Nobody came, and so here she finally come, and she said, "Oh, ma'am, you here? Let me help you over here." So I go to the checkout where the sign at, and then she goes stand down there at the self checkout. I didn't know that they had put that in there. A self checkout. Customer service is gone, and it's really hard to find somebody in the store to even help you find something. You're on your own. So, and as she was helping me put my money in, showing me how to do the machine and everything, and I'm standing there looking at the machine, I said, well, I can't tell the machine to have a nice day, so I'll tell you, thank you for helping me with customer service here, and have a beautiful day. And she was, kind of laughed. And went on her way, but I'm standing here looking at the machine. This is customer service. I got to deal with this. I can't talk to this. I can't have no kind of interaction with this when I come in the store. I like to have interaction with someone. That's why I come in the store. Kind of have some. Well, don't you remember when you go in the store, you talk to the clerk, you talk to the people who work in there. It's hard to find anybody anywhere. It really is. Some stores just give you a map. Tell you here, this how you find this, how you find that. This how you find your way. I'm telling you, customer service is gone away. And we need to bring it back. We need to bring back customer service in each one of us. And as we drive on this highway of life, we need to drive defensively. We need to drive like somebody else can't drive. Just drive like they can't. You already see they can't drive, so just drive like they can't drive. That way you protect you. That way you look out for you. And here, I gotta plug this up. That way you look out for you and all to be good in you. Really. defensive driving every year. Every defensive driving was ingrained in us. Those same videos, it was the same videos, but it was defensive driving, and they made sure you knew it. That's the one thing. You better not tear up their equipment, and don't you hurt them people. They put that in you. They instill that in you because that vehicle is a weapon. It is. It's a potential weapon. And it also is a moving dollar sign. Because some people see mass transit and they just see an accident or stage some things. See, people think of chasing after money, chasing after dreams. Them the wrong kind of dreams to be chasing because those are not blessings. Easy come, easy go. Easy come, easy grow. If you do it righteously, if you do it in God, if you do the right thing that's in front of you, do good and good shall follow as you grow. Just try, just strive, just do the best that you can, be the best you that you can at all times. Fight the powers that be. I'm telling you, and how you do it, you grow. You don't fight with fists, you grow. You can't control what somebody else say. You grow. They gonna say what they want to say. That's their mouth. They gonna look how they want to look. Them they eyes. You grow. Cause see, the minute that you take it out because somebody look at you the wrong way or somebody says something the wrong way, then there you go. Not there you grow, but there you go. Going to left field on them. Getting caught up, fell for the slip and fall. There you go. Somebody pulled you down to their level. No, you pull them up to your level. Don't go down to their level. Pull them up to your level. Grab them up. Hey, look, I got something to tell you. Greatness reached over oppression through you. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you who you dealing with. You dealing with a child of God. Look, this is how I want you to talk to him. I want you to talk. I don't want you to say not one cuss word. Because the minute you say a cuss word, you lost them. They gone. They don't hear nothing else no more. They don't hear it, honey. I'm telling you. It's through. It's over with. They like, whoop, you said what? They stuck on that. That's all. And then they stuck on that. Like a deer in the headlights. They turn to this, what you saying. They ain't hearing that. They hearing the cuss words. And as the cuss words are flowing, just like they would hear the godly wisdom as the godly wisdom is flowing. Let that flow. Tell somebody something. Give somebody some good news. Yeah, there go the siren going by. I'll tell you, it's going by. It's going by. It's going by. Like light. Light is going by. It's going by. You hear the sirens all the time. Sirens around. Light is going by. Tell someone some good news. Let's begin to speak royally. Because see, when we speak royally, you can command the conversation. And you can get someone to really listen to you. You can begin to set up boundaries. Hey, listen, this is how it's going to be done. This is how we get ready to do this. I can't solve, I'm telling you, I can't do it all. But God can. That's why I tell you what it is. Listen, probably listen to this, listen to that. I don't know how a counselor do it. Just constantly absorbing other people's problems in and telling people, don't. At one point, you got to tell them to turn it over to God. You got to turn it over to the Lord. You got to give it to God. You got to trust God because life gonna happen. It's gonna rain. It's gonna rain, and we got to take the rain and grow. It's okay. It's okay to tell someone your problems, just as I'm telling you. If you love and trust someone enough to reveal things about you, as I'm telling you, because my life is an open book to the world as we grow. Whatever may be used to help lift someone, there it is. I went through for that reason. So it's no problem for me to reveal. But there are some people who would take things that you say and twist them and use them to their advantage and use them to get over on you. But if you have found someone whose trust, they have earned your trust, and you're able to confide in them and talk to them, by all means. But see, my life, as I grow in spirituality and meditating to the Lord each and every day, I meditated all over to God. And God works it out. Every time, right on time. Because I grow for God, I do what's in front of me. I meditate any and all situations over to God. I turn to a life of righteousness. I do the right thing. Where I used to do messed up stuff and do stuff that's messed up, and wrong and fall for the setup and slip and fall and merry-go-round and London Bridge is falling down. Where there used to be me. Life come crashing down all around. Honey, now, I'm telling you, I'm so happy, so elated in God to be growing in God, that God had me to grow. My life, a reflection of the way life used to be, does not compare to the plans God has for me and thee as we grow. Now you hear him out there hooping and hollering, Bo, be quiet. This is my life. Grow. This is my life. Grow. And my testimony to how I overcame to become happy within myself, to love me so that I could love the world. I already love the world, but I didn't love the world enough to stay here. I didn't love me enough to stay here until God had me to grow. So you got to begin to understand your purpose-driven life. You got to begin to search that for yourself. You got to begin to look within you to find it, because God has already given you the beautiful gift of life. So use your life as a beautiful gift that it is to lift those around you. As we roll on this love, peace, and soul train, headed towards genuine equality and righteousness. Stormy winds rap against my window. Sound like somebody's running. They say a tornado is coming. Stormy winds rap against the window. But I hold on to God. I can see the wind changing. I can see the wind moving, changing direction, as God is doing all around me, to counteract and protect as we grow, to protect us, to watch over us, to keep his eye on the sparrow. So trust in the Lord as the wind changes direction, as the stormy winds rap against your window. Know that God is with you. Know that God is the comforter and the power. You have received the power in God. So what you have to do now, kings and queens, is know that you are the keeper of the dream, and you have to keep the dream alive. As the stormy winds rap against your window, know that God is the refuge. Hold on to God's unchanging hand. See, we let go. God don't let go. We let go, and we forget that God is within. We have the power within us to change everything around us, to change the whole world anew, to grow. Changing hearts and minds to grow. Begin to touch and lift all around you. Begin to touch, begin to lift, begin to rise, begin to sow. Great mountain. Lift up great mountains all around you so you can look to the Lord and God can look to you. Well done, my good and faithful servant. We're here for each other. Brothers and sisters, all my children of God. God bless you as you grow. Greatness reached over oppression through wisdom all over the world.